My name is Christian Bolasani. I am working on figuring out my Hawaiian lineage right now, so I kind of say, oh, I'm from da da da. Not yet, but I'm hoping to, like soon, one day. But the only thing I do know about my Hawaiian lineage is that my grandmother's name is Frances Hussey Kea. That's pretty much all I know. So if you guys know anybody with a Hussey or a Kea last name, let me know, because I'm like I'm in my search and in my journey right now. But thank you very much for coming. My main thing that I wanted to share with you guys today is the health benefits, cost benefits, and the environmental benefits of doing all-natural parenting. So for me, all-natural parenting means I do cloth diapers, I make my own wipe solutions, so I can do my own baby wipes, and I also make my own baby food. My daughter is older now, but I graduated to not having to puree everything so much. But that's what all-natural parenting means to me. And also, I do a little bit of soap education too, where I talk a little bit about like natural soaps and stuff. So that's what you're here in for today. Let's see, let me tell you about me. I am a really busy mom. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of two beautiful girls. I have a 10-year-old and a 2.5-year-old that keep me very, very busy. I run a nonprofit organization out in Eva Beach, and that's on my volunteer time. And I also, by day, my career is I'm a software development analyst. And then I do this as, like, I just launched this business because I notice a lot of people don't know about cloth diapering, or they know, but they're scared of doing it. So I'm trying to say, you know what, I'm a really busy mom, just like a lot of people here, you know, and I can do it. I'm not trying to make my life any harder. I swear, I promise. I have lots juggling all the time, like 24/7, and I spend lots of quality time with my family. And I can do it because I have a really supportive husband, really supportive family, and my kids, they really like support me and just surround me with so much love. So I'm like really excited that I can do this kind of stuff. So I did launch my company called Smart Ohana, and this is what I'm focusing on, just doing education for free for everybody. Okay, so let's start with baby wipes. Baby wipes are super expensive. I mean, if you're gonna buy thousands of them, right, like as you go through. So in hand, when we do cloth diapering, I encourage making your own baby solution, and because you know what's in it. A lot of times, if you go to like cosmeticdatabase.com, you can enter in like Kirkland baby wipes or Johnson & Johnson shampoo, and that website will tell you all the different things that's contained in that solution or that shampoo or the conditioner or whatever. And it'll even break it down and say, you know what, these are hazardous. It'll give it a number rating and say these are hazardous to you. This is bad for your skin. It's known linked to cancer, all kinds of health risks. Or it can say, oh, these are good. It gives you a good rating too, right? And, oh, these are safe and all that. So like the Kirkland baby wipes, not that I'm trying to say don't buy them, because I do, because I want to make my life easy sometimes when I don't have time to make my solutions. There is this thing linked to cancer in it. They have this chemical in it. Wow. And it is linked to cancer. And if you think about it, if for your baby's first 2 years of life, as you're using baby wipes, you're putting that on them all the time. You're exposing them, right? The more you expose, then the more it's like, okay, so what is the chances of something happening? So, you know, I'm just trying to give you guys information, and you guys can make the decisions for yourself. But like my husband, he's like, you know, it's gonna take a little bit too long to make all your baby wipes, and then you gotta do all this. I'll show you the process. He's like, sometimes it's just easy on the go. Let's just grab wipes. So, you know, I concede because you know, gotta be easy, right? Sometimes. But let me show you baby wipes. So this is Viva paper towels. It starts off as a paper towel roll like this. You take out the core of it. You take out the core, that, you know, that the cardboard roll part. And then once you start doing that, then you can start pulling out this way. And then, or you cut it in half, and then you can put them in one of these things, and then you can start pulling out. I made these ones, and it looks like this after, you know, you cut them up. So for this one, you can use it as a roll, you pull it out. Or this one, I cut it up, I cut the whole thing down half. Then it ends up being like a sheet like this, or sheets like this. And then you can cut them in half one more time, and then you put it inside this. And then you can smell it, you can try it. I'll show you this while I start making my solution. So it smells good. It has essential oils. So I do essential oils too because anything natural is great. The thing about essential oils, they can smell good, yeah. I like it. And that one is just tea tree oil. I'm gonna show you tea tree oil and lavender, and we'll make this one. But it smells good. You know what's in it. You know exactly what you're putting because you made it. So the good thing about tea tree oil is that it's a disinfectant, or we call it melaleuca. It's a disinfectant. It soothes blemishes. Good morning. It helps with rashes and skin irritation. So you can use tea tree oil on any kind of stuff. Lavender oil. This is another essential oil from my family physician kit. So I've been going to all these classes yesterday about Wahine and like just really cool classes telling you, oh, just grab from the earth, pick from the Haina, and use it. That's super great, but like I said, I'm busy and I can't take care and maintain 1 yard right now. I would love to. That's like a goal of mine to do so. I'm actually gonna start volunteering, I think, at the Kalihi Valley Ho'oulu something. But yeah, right over there. I'm looking to bring my family up there because I would love to. I'm so into natural healing and doing it all natural. I would love to have like a garden in my house, but I just don't have plenty of time, so I do the essential oils. They give you one family physician, like mine one in my family physician kit, has lavender, tea tree oil. It tells you like cinnamon, this one has frankincense, oregano. It tells you what you can do with these in order to prevent or to like heal stuff. So
what company is that?
This is through doTERRA.
Oh, doTERRA.
Yeah. So the good thing about it is they took all the guesswork out of it. They put it all in the oils for you, and you get them right there. Like my daughter starts getting a little bit sick, or she cannot sleep. I give her a little bit lavender on her heel before she goes to bed, and it helps calm her down. It's really cool. But hard for me to go out to one yard, grab, make one potes. I know my plenty time, so once because I have a kit, and like I just use that more easy. But so this one, so I'm gonna put in some coconut oil. I don't know if you guys know about coconut oil, but I love coconut oil. I like use it for my lotion. I used to use Johnson & Johnson baby lotion, Sephora kind of body lotion, but expensive for one. Coconut oil isn't that cheap either, but it's expensive for one. And then when I put it into that cosmeticdatabase.com, like, oh, I have plenty hazardous stuff about different things in those lotions. So I was scared because every day you apply, and this is like your biggest organ, right? Your skin. Every day you apply, and then I would lotion up my baby if she's dry, or you know. And then I thought, wow, every day I'm putting that stuff on top of my skin, on top of them. I made a different choice. I started doing coconut oil. So coconut oil, I even what is that little skinny bottle?
The kukui?
Oh, I do kukui oil too, but yeah, but there's this other one that I use, but I like coconut oil.
Is it the Bronner's one?
Yeah. No.
The other one.
Yeah.
The Bronner's coconut oil is a little bit cheaper.
Oh yeah.
There's a bigger. It's like a big one.
There's a huge tub of it, yeah. But
it's really good.
Yeah, it is, and I just use it on my body. And there isn't a smell. This one that I chose doesn't have the smell. There's the one that you can get with the smell, up to you. But I'm real sensitive. That's why I'm doing so much things naturally, because I'm so sensitive. Easy soaps. I was breaking out in rash. I never even know why. Just all of a sudden, as I got into an adult, I was like, every time. And then even my deodorant would make me rash up. And then I was like, okay, something's going on. I thought it was gluten. So I kind of tried to cut out gluten. That actually helped a little bit, but it was still happening. And then my girlfriend was like, you know what? Something you're doing every day. And it ended up being my soaps. Because my scalp, my shampoo, everything was freaking me out. So I was like, okay, I gotta do way more natural. And then my girlfriend makes natural soaps. So I was like, okay, Rita, let me try yours. And then all the rash went away. And then, you know, the lotions, that made a big difference. I wasn't like getting all red, bumpy all over the place. So natural stuff works really well for me. And so that's why I've been kind of pushed into this journey. But so I encourage you, I mean, up to you how your guys' bodies work. But when I was pregnant, definitely I was allergic to gluten. I went to my naturopath, and she's like, oh, you're rashing up. You use all natural kind of soaps, all natural stuff already, lotions. So it must be something else. So she tested it, and she's like, you know, you're allergic to gluten. right now, while you're pregnant, just try to stay away from gluten as much as you can. So I don't eat breads and all that. But I love my bread. So after I was pregnant, gave birth, and I was cool. It was fine. But during that time, I was like so miserable. You're pregnant. How you gonna be pregnant? And you're itchy and you're hungry, but you don't can eat any kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, I gotta find a way that I can make myself comfortable. So like I did the lotion. The lotion with the coconut oil. That one would make me do that. But let me show you how to make baby wipes. Okay. Hello. Oh, it's a new one. Right on. So let me see. Hi.
Is this a natural?
Yes, come inside. Come inside. So this one. So I'm gonna do where I'm using lavender and tea tree oil. So I need to take this one out real fast. Put this on the side. Okay. So this one I'm gonna do. So 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water. And then you're gonna put in some. I should give you guys the recipes. I have recipes if you guys like to. So here I'm gonna just throw in 2 cups of water. Good morning. Morning. Okay, so that's 2 cups of water, and I just use the solution or the baby wipes containers just to make it easier. Hi. Okay, so then you put in 2 tablespoons of coconut oil.
Oh.
And this one is just to help moisturize your baby's bottom. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of that. And then from there, I'm doing 2 drops of lavender or the melaleuca, the tea tree oil. This is the disinfectant. This is what helps keep infection away, keeps the diaper rashes away. And then the lavender oil, this is to calm, for anxiety, soothe their emotions, encourage babies to sleep restfully. So 2 drops of that. And then that is it. So I close it, shake it up, and it's all ready to go. Super simple. And all you do is, you can, like I said, you can cut the paper towel in half and soak it in, and then it ends up being soaked up like this. Or if you're on the go, I like to put it in a spray bottle, either spray bottles. And then if you're not using the paper towel, I use washcloths. Because I'm doing cloth diapering, I can do washcloths. So for every cloth diaper I have, usually when I go out and about, I usually have 2 of these washcloths to go, for cleaning and stuff. So, and then, because it's washcloth, cloth diaper, you can wash everything, just wash everything all together. So you can spray the baby's bottom directly, if that's what you need to do, or you can spray it directly onto the washcloth, and then you can use it as a wipe. Okay. So that's that. And that was simple, right? I mean, not that bad, not that hard. You just shake them up, then you can pour it into this, or you can do it in a bowl, and then I funnel it. I have like a funnel at home. I throw the funnel on top, and then I just pour it in.
Can you use it for hands?
Yeah. This is like a disinfectant for your own hands too. And then because got the coconut oil, then it's also naturally moisturizing as well. Because sometimes you do the pump disinfectant and then your hands is all dry. That's actually not good, because if your hands is dry after you wash it off, then you get cracks, and then you let in or open skin for infection. Yeah, so it's better if there is some kind of moisturizing agent or lotion within your hand sanitizing stuff that you got. And be careful about hand sanitizers when you buy hand sanitizers. Look out for the thing called triclosan. If it says triclosan, that is cancer, linked to causing cancer. So triclosan is like in a lot of those disinfectant, those pump foams like that. Triclosan is like really scary stuff. But look it up. job. You guys, I encourage you to, do your research so you know what you're doing to yourself, what choices you're making for yourself and your family. So that's baby wipes. I'm gonna give you guys recipes. I have recipes for you guys to take. Before I move on to something else, I'm gonna tell you about swelling. I see some of you guys are pregnant. I don't know if you guys are dealing with any swelling yet in your feet or, in your ankles, your nose, your hands, like everywhere, right? I have a recipe for you guys too. But for swelling, you can use like either lavender or geranium or frankincense. That all helps to calm the swelling down. It makes you comfortable. It can help, a lot of times they say elevate. Elevating is definitely the best thing to do, elevating your feet or wherever you're at, resting as much as you can. But I know, like I said, we all busy, right? We all got kids or work or other things that we gotta do. So anything that can help, I would say use some essential oils to help with the swelling. And then I have a recipe for that. So you just drop a couple drops of your essential oil like lavender or geranium, and then you throw it in some, we call it a carrier oil. The coconut oil is your carrier oil. It kind of just dissipates or, lets you be able to rub it around like your ankles, wherever you're swelling. It's kind of cool. Well, let you guys smell these. You guys want to smell these? Yeah. Just smell it. Okay, so that is baby wipes. You guys have any questions about baby wipes?
How long does it last?
Good one. 2 weeks at most. Because you don't want it to start molding, yeah? So
you only should soak it if you're gonna soak it
as much as you're gonna use
maybe in a week.
In a week, yeah. I would say use it up in a week because because it's all natural, no preservative kind of agent or chemicals preserving it and making it not mold. And that's the other thing, right? Those chemicals in these wipes have those kinds of things to make it not mold. So think about it. You wiping that on your kid's genitals. Yes. I don't know.
Would you say Viva is the best? So that when you wipe, sometimes the napkins like.
Oh, this. Yeah. No, yes. Viva is the best. I've tried the Walmart ones. I've tried the so soft ones. I've tried Viva. Viva is the strongest one. It kind of gives you play and it doesn't just rip off. Viva. If you notice, at home too, it is a little bit more pricey, but at home, wipe with different, even the Kirkland ones, it's not as strong as the Viva, I notice. So I've tried. But like I said, the one thing about this is it does take time. It does expire, because it could go back faster. But at least you know what's in it, and But like I said, I know I'm a busy mom too. Sometimes hard. Okay, so that's the baby wipes. I want to get into now birthday cream. I'm excited about birthday cream. Okay. Oh wait, let me just, since I'm kind of on this subject of chemicals and natural stuff. Did you guys ever look at what's in Kids Crest?
Yeah.
It's amazing, got detergent, got, it says if they eat too much, go poison control. Scary stuff. Keep it out of reach of children under 6 years of age, but it's Kids Crest. So be careful about that. They tell you, minimize swallowing and all that. So you wonder, like every day, you letting your kids brush their teeth with this stuff. And then it's like, but watch out, yeah? It's like, you never know. They just put it in, and because it says kids, you figure, it should be all good and safe for my kid, but maybe not. So I'm not trying to say not to. I know everybody get their own, but I do natural tea tree oil, tea tree toothpaste I get mine from Down to Earth. Or like at Tom's, like natural baking soda kind of stuff. It doesn't taste as good, but really you're just trying to get clean. You're not trying to put sugar. And then they have sugar. Sometimes they have sugar. Oh shoot, this one doesn't say it. Oh, sorbitol. That's like a sugar. and then it has sodium lauryl sulfate. That's the big one that I'm super duper duper allergic to. Sodium lauryl sulfate is in everything. Check your shampoos. Learn that term. Sodium lauryl sulfate. It's in your shampoos. It's in your hand wash. It's in soaps. It's everything. Sodium lauryl sulfate is detergent. So it's in your soaps. It's in Dove soaps and all that. And what it does is it's a detergent. It's cleaning, yes, but then it's stripping you of all your natural oils too. And then it's in your toothpaste. It's a detergent in your toothpaste. So yeah, just be aware of what you're using and what's in it. Because yeah, your kids are like eating it, right? Your kids eat, like my 2-year-old, she's like sucking on her. She loves brushing teeth, but it's because she's sucking on that thing, and she, and if she's eating it, I'm not like her eat detergent. That's just, you never know. You never know what's in it. Okay, we talked about this. Oh, so see, look, on the go. So on the go, I still use my wipes container, and then I just have the natural baby wipes that I made. Okay. The natural baby wipes that I made. No, it's not gonna fit now, but then on the go, it works. It's all good. Same thing. It's just you made it yourself. You know what's in it, which is good. Okay. This is my fancy one. My daughter loves her Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Okay. So that's baby wipes. What else? Talked about some essential oils. Okay, let's talk about cloth diapering. Anybody cloth diapering yet? Anybody have kids that they've cloth diapered? Yeah? Oh, how was your experience? Oh, you did the laundry service.
Yeah, and then we did elimination communication. Well, then we actually did elimination communication the
wow.
time.
So how old was your daughter, son? When they was potty trained?
So we started potty training from 2 weeks, but we used cloth diapers as part of the
process.
Yeah.
So at what age was your kid actually fully potty trained then?
She goes, well, she's 2. She just turned 2. She's been, I can't even remember. I never changed a dirty poop diaper in a disposable or a cloth.
What?
Since, I want to say maybe 8 months.
That's awesome. That's
it's
another
a lot of work.
Elimination communication. They have a really cool class at Baby Awareness out in Manoa Marketplace.
Never took it.
You didn't take it. You just read up on it and you figured it out.
I read up, but I just spent like one day with a friend that came from Kauai, and she was doing it with her son. That's why I'm a little, because he's a boy, I don't know, a little different with the hule, but as a girl, to me it was kind of easier because they're, I don't know, it's just different. Him is like, but it takes both parents, and we wouldn't have been successful if it wasn't for my husband.
Oh, he was
so determined to not use diapers, and so determined to not have chemicals on the baby, because you don't really have to use anything, just go potty. But it takes a lot of work out of the parent, and then you have to be ready you have to have a relationship, or a good relationship with doo-doo. You cannot be scared of it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be scared, because sometimes what she did at one point was she would just find like a comfortable place and then make doo-doo. When she was walking, because she's so comfortable with her doo-doo and her shishi that for her it was just like, then she would tell us, and we're like, oh, you gotta put in your potty, so it's just training. But
it's that communication. It's serious stuff though.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really possible.
It's what our ancestors did. That's just what it is. It's just going back to what they did.
In China, they actually have this pants, and then it's just a split underneath, so that anytime a kid wants to potty, they just couple squat wherever and ready to go. And
then they know how to already know where to go, and then they know how to clean it.
Yeah.
So she's really good. She climbs on the toilet now. But a lot of times, because she's a girl, I can put dresses on her and not put panty. You know what I mean? So it's a little easier, I think, because she can do it. You know what I mean? She can just hold her dress and then go. So it's interesting how you have to deal with the panty situation, that kind of stuff. But I always thought about trying to teach other parents just from our experience. Not really teach, but share our experience so that you guys, because you gotta find your own way. But it saved us so money.
Yeah.
Because we haven't. I mean, just because he's a newborn, I've been using the diapers, but. My husband was like, when he went to go buy newborn diapers, he's like, oh my God, it was so expensive.
Like,
and because we haven't bought since
$40 just for a pad.
Yeah, he was so upset. He was so upset. He's like, can't we just go? I was like, oh, no. Newborn hard to do hot right now.
Yeah, and even for me, through my experiences with cloth diapering, I don't recommend for the first 4 to 6 weeks of life, because they're pottying so much, and it's that meconium that first week that's coming out. It's just constant, and you have to, and because cloth diapering, you washing your own, and you just gave birth, you kind of tired too, right? You gotta kind of recuperate as well. You don't want to be washing diapers like every day. So for me, I don't recommend cloth diapering within the first, like when your baby is a newborn, first 4 to 6 weeks. But after that, it's totally fine, because you back to yourself a little bit, you're in your routine, you kind of know your baby's routine about how often, and then you kind of can gauge. But then I say, yeah, let's do cloth diapering. It's good fun. It's cute. It's good fun. I know. I mean, look at the old stuff that you guys had before, or that we've seen before. I think everybody uses this as burp cloths now instead. It's transitioned to being a burp cloth. But this is like what my mom used to use, or even the longer one, and then you gotta fold them into like this tri-fold action. This is old stuff. No, it's true, right? My mom was like, oh, you gotta fold them into one triangle, then you fold them into this, and then you come from the front and the back, then you pin them. And I was like, oh, Mom, it's like way easier now with technology, so let me show you now. And she's like, what? I said, yeah, when you come to see baby, she came, I think, when baby was 3 weeks old, and I said, I'm gonna buy her diapering system, and then, we can do it together. She's like, oh, okay. So this is a little bit of older stuff. And then this is the brand new and improved cloth diapers. It's really cool. This is called an all-in-one. So they call it all-in-ones because it's no more moving parts. This is pretty much it. It's just one thing, one main diaper. Oh. So I just showed it to you. This is at its biggest. Can go up to about 25 pounds. There's a bigger size. There's different sizes, but this one is just an all-in-one. And in here is your liner. And it's called all-in-one because it's all like connected. So this one, the great thing about this is if you have a boy, in the front, right, they usually are wetter. So you can like fold it up in half and then kind of make it more soaking on this side. And then you just put it on. But for a girl, you might be soaking more in the middle, right? So you just put it on top. But then there's all these different things that you can fold to make it soak in different places. The great thing about this one being an all-in-one, it grows with your baby. So these snaps over here, you can size it down, really simple. So at its smallest, you'll see it can even fit your baby almost in about 1 week, I would say, because they go down to like 10 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think the ones I have.
Not the ones that, this is like the newest one. This is a Bum Genius. But it's great because you can size it to how big your baby is. And I like the snaps. There is Velcro, so it makes it easier. But look at how tiny.
Oh, yeah.
And it's contouring the legs, so it prevents leaks. And this liner on the inside is like a stay-dry liner. So they can wet, but they won't feel, it'll kind of just dry on the outside, on the top part. But they still will know that they're wet because just cloth being cloth, you can feel it breathes, you can feel it. So your baby will know real young that, oh, I'm wet, they'll cry. Sometimes with the disposable diapers, because of that chemical, is this super soaking gel chemical that's really not good for the environment. Totally, but not really good. It's called SAPs. And it soaks up. It says little beaded gels. I don't know if you saw those gels in disposable diapers. And after you soak it too much, then you see these little white crystals looking things. Those are major chemicals that the skin irritant that I would like to say, I think that's what caused my daughter's diaper rashes, and that's the other reason why I decided to go cloth, because she would get the meanest diaper rashes. And we just were at our wits' end. We didn't know what to do. My mom was like, you gotta change her more often, change her more often. Yes, we kept changing her more often, checking her more often, and still yet, she was having diaper rashes no matter what. And I think it's because of those gel little particles, those chemicals that they put in it. And also because they bleach diapers, right? They do the white bleaching on diapers to make it all nice and white looking, you know, the disposables. So I think it's also that bleach that's on the diaper as well. And can you imagine putting bleach directly onto your body? Like if you use a bathroom and then bleach kind of soaks back into you, right? And that's like Clorox kind of action. And I was scared about that stuff. And I think that's what caused my daughter's diaper rashes. So when I decided to go for my second one, I was like, you know what, we have sensitive skin in our family. Let's do the cloth diapering. And I just saw that there's like really cool options, very, very cool options. Touch, feel, I'm like super happy for you guys to just touch things and look at it. They have another option, so that's the all-in-one. They have another option called like pocket diapers. And this is a contour pocket diaper because they have the little things to contour around their legs and their thighs. This is another snap one too. It grows with the baby, like I said. But pocket diapers, this is just like that one time use, only can use them one time. But this one, you gotta stuff them. I'll tell you at the end which one, like you guys can decide which one you guys like. But there's these liners or these inserts that you gotta stuff into these pockets. So you use it one time, just like that one, you gotta go and wash it already. One time.
Can you lay it on top at all?
Yes, you can. So the pocket ones, you can stuff multiple. Like this one has one already. So as your kid starts pottying more, being a heavier wetter, then you can put multiple liners inside. Or you can put it on the outside. But pockets are really meant for you to put the inserts inside. But you can definitely. And this one I just wanted to show you because it's just a cute one. It's cute, diapering. Let me show you this one.
What is that?
This one is not a bum jeans, but this one is Kawaii Baby. It was bought on Etsy, like on somebody's Etsy.
Do you use the disposable liners?
Yes, I will show you that one too. Okay. So I have another, like a Superman outside cover one that's kind of like that leopard one, but I brought different patterns so you guys know that cloth diapers can be fun too. You can buy all kinds and it's fun. It's not only for girls, it's got patterns for boys. You can find any kind. The next one I'm going to show you is this one. This is an all-in-two. So that means you have two moving parts going on. So that one is all-in-one, the first one, the green one, the Bum Genius one that I showed you. That's an all-in-one because it's all sewed together all one time. And then this one is an all-in-two. So you have the stay dry cover on the outside, right? And then you have the inserts, these flip inserts. This is my husband's favorite stuff. You can reuse the stage dry liner. That's what we liked when we was in the newborn stage. We used these all-in-twos because on the outside, it doesn't get soiled unless your kid is a really heavy wetter, or but you can keep reusing these and putting them on and putting the liners on the inside. So I'm going to show you how compared to the cotton and this is bamboo. Bamboo is way more absorbent than cotton. We've tried, and these are called Chinese pre-fold diapers because it's that 3 tri-fold. But this one is an organic bamboo, and I encourage bamboo because it's sustainable, yeah? And it's more breathable than the cotton, yes.
Chinese what? What's it called?
It's a Chinese pre-fold style. It's just like this, the cotton pre-fold. But this is from Bummies, Bummis, and I really love their pre-fold inserts. But what I do with this one is, so same thing, it's sizable. You can buy a real small one. I have a real small one that's sizable that grows up to 18 pounds, and then this one grows up to, what was it? 40 pounds. This one goes up to 40 pounds. But I do have the 18 pound, the one that goes up to 18. But all you do is you fold it up, put it down, and then if they get heavier wetting, then you can put another liner on top, or just as is, just one. And then these ones are cool because the Velcro ones, they have this little insert pocket in the front that helps it stay all in place. So it's helping the baby's the diaper stay in place. So this one, all you do, close it up with Velcro. Super easy, and it's cute, reusable outside. Now that my daughter is a little bit older, like I said, I do the extra lining inside to help soak some more. And then with these flip inserts, these are called flip inserts, they have this stay dry microfiche on the top. So my husband liked this one because it stays in place with this little thing here. So you can look at this one. Sizable too. So those are called thirsty covers. The outside, I like these thirsties. They're really cute. Okay.
Did you ever use the trifold with the clip?
Yeah, not with the safety pins, but with those snappies.
No, there's that other one.
Which
It's like a
No, I haven't. No.
It's really
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. So there's this these clips that it kind of clips, and when like I'm gonna do that for him when he's probably 2 months to like 4 months when they're really little. It just soaks through though, but it actually works really well because it's easier to. Well, anyway, it was easier for us. But there's these clips, and we got it from Baby Awareness.
Oh yeah.
It's really inexpensive, like
Not
$2.
the snappies.
No, it's like this. It like kind of hooks and then hooks on the front, so the baby's gonna get too big for it.
That's the one that looks like a 3-point harness.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's called snappies.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah. I
when
tried.
they're little.
I tried, and then
You didn't like it.
I didn't like it because that hook. You know, like those ace bandages, and then you have that little silver thing that hooks and that butterfly hook thing.
It came off.
It's like that kind of hook, and the snappies would come off whenever she would move around.
That's interesting.
When she moved around, it came off, and then that's why I was like, you know what? I just bought the little, these little tiny ones. So remember, if you're gonna do just a pre-fold diaper by itself, like how old school our parents did way back in the day, so you end up
the safety pin.
Yeah, you end up doing this, right? Too.
Yeah.
You end up doing it, safety pinning it like that, right? And then it's the old school way. And then they had those really, those covers that was just not breathable at all, but the little owl cover that's being sent around, these little thirsty covers, it's a lot more breathable, but it stay dry. Your kid's gonna stay dry, but it's breathable, like the air goes through still, which is good. But yeah, if you just do straight up these pre-fold diapers, then once they wet, if they're sitting on you, you're gonna get wet too. So that's why they made these stay dry covers now.
When they make do you have to clean the cloth before you wash it?
Okay, so yes, even with disposable diapers, they used to have instructions saying with disposables, make sure you dispose of the feces before throwing it in the trash. They used to, but now they don't have that disclaimer anymore. But just imagine, all those feces is in the diaper, and you just throw it in the trash, then it goes into the landfill. It takes 400 to 500 years for it to decompose. All disposable diapers, unless it's a decomposable one I'll talk about. But everything, 500 years. So it's our generation that started doing the disposables for convenience and all that, right? But it's our generation that's also putting the most disposable diapers in our landfills. And that's kind of scary too, right? So yeah, we gotta save our, I know, right? But if that feces is in the landfills, then it hits once it does decompose, it'll start hitting our water table.
How do you
get rid of it? Okay, so for the doo-doo, let's do this one. Okay, so baby potties. Okay, baby potties on this line, you can just turn it out, flip it out, and then flush. Totally great. If on these ones, it's usually easier to come off. On these ones, a little bit harder. It needs a little bit help. So for this one, you can flip it. I flip it in upside out like this, and then I have a diaper sprayer that's connected to my water that goes into the toilet tank. So it's not the water from the toilet tank, but you know that one pipe that comes up, then you can connect this diaper sprayer, and it's just like a little handgun that comes off the, like we mounted it on the wall behind our toilet, right next to like where you flush, right over here. So it's like you just take, at my house, I just take it off, and then I just press and sprays off the doo-doo inside the toilet, and then you can wash, and then you can flush it. So now, no more pre-soaking. You know, like I think our parents had to pre-soak diapers, scrub them, and then they could wash it. No need anymore. You can just use a diaper sprayer. It's like $40, I think, at Baby Awareness. You can find it online. Sometimes a little cheaper, but I mean, it's right here. But yeah, just, or they even have this thing called diaper liner. So when my daughter was about, I say at around 6 months, when she started eating solids, that's when there's this called flushable liner. It's really cool. I don't have any on me because she doesn't use it anymore. She's starting to go potty already. But it's this, it comes in a roll, and it's just this really thin, rice paper thin looking liner, and it's flushable, decomposable, and all that. So as my daughter started eating, her stool started getting harder, right? So because her stool started getting harder, then we could use that flushable liner, and I would just line every time baby, you know, would put a new diaper, line it with that flushable liner first, then put the diaper on, and then when she pottied, all you gotta do is grab that liner and just flush the liner, because it's flushable, it's decomposable, and then you're still eliminating, or you're, you know, putting down all the doo-doo, and then it's not going back into the liner, you know, so you kind of taking care. But yes, it's really easy. Like I said, I'm super busy mom. I needed life to be easy, and I didn't want it to be hard. So I can tell you, when I'm traveling and off, you know, going around, cloth diapering is still easy. And the reason why I say it's so easy is, okay, so baby poops. You still clean up, you know, do your thing. I leave everything inside the diaper. I close up the diaper, and then I put it in like a diaper. It's like, they call it wet bags. So these are 2 wet bags. I made it easy for myself. It's kind of has this stay dry liner on the inside, like a wet bag. So they call these wet bags. I made my own where I bought 2 wet bags, and then I like sewed it together, because on one side is the clean stuff. So I put my clean stuff on one side. You know, if I just going porridge and I just need a couple of diapers, throw one on one side, and then the dirty ones go on the other side, and then it's all in one, instead of 2 major moving parts. But the thing about wet diaper bags is, you have your dirty, it's still poop, you're out and about, you gotta carry it around, throw it in. The cool thing is, because it's a wet diaper bag, it has a zipper, and I haven't had problems where I could smell through it. It's been pretty good. Like, and I go all over the place with my kids, and when I get home, you open it up, that's when you can smell them most definitely, right? You go, it's the same routine that you do. You go to your toilet, you throw away, you flush, and then this can go into your hamper. So there's a wet bag hamper for your hamper. Then you put this, we got like one of those diaper, those just regular trash cans, and you just throw this in as your liner. And then it, you just throw, as you know, every time you change your diaper, you just throw it in here, throw it in here. Okay, every 2-3 days you're ready for wash, you just take this out, dump everything in your wash, and then throw this in too if you want, and then it gets washed. So it's real simple. I mean, it's cute. They have cute kind of stuff. You can choose any kind. But wet bags, definitely. This one is from Target. I was surprised. Even Target has like a wet bag. I actually like Target's wet bag better than this one that I got. And the reason why is, this one has that stay dry liner too. It's a lot more breathable. So than this one. But look at this one. This is like heavy duty, like plastic, but it's still reusable. You wash it. I'll let you guys touch and feel these too. So these are wet bags, so you can go anytime with those. The wet bags. And the last, and then the thing about this, and you know that this, in that pail that you use for your, that's like my set pail. I have a pail, my set pail, I put this in. But, because it'll start turning to smell like ammonia, yeah? she just sitting there, and I wash every 2 to 3 days. But there's these things from Arm & Hammer that they made. It's for your diaper pail liners. So this absorbs all that smell. It's really cool. You can kind of smell that too. It's really neat because it absorbs all the smell. So I'll have like 1 or 2 at the bottom of my can all the time, and it lasts a long time.
It goes to the top.
No, you just throw it at the bottom.
No, yeah, but the smell,
It absorbs. It actually absorbs all that ammonia kind of smell, the doo-doo smell. It actually does. But the thing is you want to be washing at least every 2 to 3 days, depending on how much diapers you get, and depending on how often babies go through. Your baby is going through all the diapers too, yeah? Depends on how much smell, how long that smell is gonna linger, and how long it's gonna take you to go and wash your diapers.
So I didn't use these at all. I used just a trifold.
Yeah.
You cannot dry it. You gotta hang dry it.
Which one?
The
This.
Yeah.
You can dry it?
Oh.
This you can throw all in the dryer. It's totally fine. The only thing, be careful with the Velcro. They have these tabs. There's this laundry tab on the inside of the Velcro. Before you throw it in the laundry, close the Velcro so that it keeps it from wearing and tearing. But yes, you can throw these in the diaper. The thing about these, look at this. This has been used for 2 years now. White.
Oh, that's pretty good.
White. Like how is that possible? The sun. I swear it's the sun. Every so often, if you, like I said, I'll dry and use the dryer, but then I will also hang dry, which keeps the energy down, energy costs down and all that. But the main thing about the sun being your natural dryer, it's also a natural bleaching agent. So look, it's all white still, yeah. This is 2 years of use. So yeah, my daughter is all good. She don't know anything is stained, but I'm bothered by it looking stained. Like the yellow, like them look dirty. So sun bleaching naturally. And then the last thing I'm gonna tell you guys about is because we gotta sometimes use disposable. This one is called this is that outside thirsty cover again. So when we went to Disneyland, my husband was like, you know what, we're not going to be able to wash all the time. Yes, we'll bring a set that we can use, and then as we, if we can wash, we can wash. But because we're going all day long and out and about, my daughter was only 8.5 months at that time. He's like, you know what, can we please use disposables? I was like, okay, that's fine, but we're going to use these called, they're made by Grovia. And these are bio soakers, where it still soaks up, like how those, it has a little bit of that SAP chemical in it, but not as much. So you don't see the crystals coming out, it's just enough. But it's like this diaper liner. It looks like a diaper and everything, and then it just sticks inside these thirsty covers. So you take this off, stick it in the thirsty cover, line it up, and then stick it on this side, line it up, and then you're good to go. Ready to go. It's disposable. You can dump this. It's decomposable. It is disposable. It's compostable. It's really cool. It's not gonna take like forever and a day, 500 years to decompose. And it doesn't have all those chemicals in it as well. Biodegradable, so it's safer for the earth. So these are Grovias. And what we did when we were traveling to Vegas and Disneyland is we found a store out in California by Disneyland. It was like 20 minutes away. And they carried these things. So we didn't have to buy down here and bring up a whole bunch. Because we were there for like, what? Almost a week and a half, 10 days. So that's a long time. That's a whole stash if you're going to carry from Hawaii and bring it up there. So what we did is we just found a store that carried these on the mainland, like 20 minutes away, right near Disneyland, and then we just bought while we were there. So this is convenient. I know we are busy. We still need convenience. I'm all good with it. I just would rather, use this than buying like those name brand diapers that's got all that kind of stuff in the chemicals in it, the soaking chemicals. There's a lot of different health risks to those chemicals that are in disposable diapers, links to cancer, I don't know if you guys heard of toxic syndrome, where it was in the tampons, right? And then they said, oh, they banned some tampons, they had to redo it, take out that chemical, that SAP chemical. It was that chemical that made it banned, right, from being in our tampons because it was a soaking agent, but it's banned from being in our tampons. But they're not banning it from being in regular disposable diapers. It's still in disposable diapers that we're putting our kids in those disposable diapers every day for almost 2 years of their life, if not more. So kind of just think of that, like, oh, so they found it in our tampons and they said, oh, not good, leading to toxic syndrome, but then they still let it be in our diapers. And then in my own mind, I think, you know what, they say it is, disposable diapers also might be the cause of some reproductive issues as well, right? I mean, 2 years of life, not breathable, your baby's genitals are like all hot all the time. You just never know. I'm exposed to all those chemicals on a daily basis, like 24/7, kind of scary. But, you know, just for information, keep, you know, go and figure that out. So that's that.
What is the diaper service?
The what?
I don't know if it's still in existence. Dolphin diapers.
Oh, dolphin, yeah.
So they give you the trifolds, that's why I use the trifolds, and I got those snappy things, and it worked fine for me. But I think it's your baby, depending on how your baby moves, yeah. But every week, so they give you a pail with one of those things that
The wet bag liner, yeah?
Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
With a plastic, just a plastic
okay.
bag, but they give the thing to soak up the
Oh, the smell, yeah, yeah.
And it works really well. It just takes the smell away. And then every week you arrange with them to come pick it up. So it's called Dolphin Diaper Service. Dolphin, like.
Oh, Dolphin.
And right now, I think they're the only one. They used to have like 2 other diaper services, but then I think they're the only ones doing it.
Comes out to like $85 a month. Well, when I was doing it 2 years ago, but I had gotten a gift certificate from it. And then, so every week you just arrange for them, and they come pick it up, and then they give you a bag of fresh ones done.
Fresh.
No stains,
Yeah.
totally clean, and then just do it. So
Do you still have to empty out the poop and stuff for them?
if it's solid, but at the point that I was doing it, it was still the newborn stuff. So it's not solid. I only did it for 3 months, but it was good, especially for that time.
Yeah, so I know somebody who's doing the dolphin service, and she's like, I'm not gonna touch no doo-doo, I'm not pre-soaking nothing, I'm not gonna wash it myself.
There's no, just if they're solid, then just the same thing she does. But then that's so good that you can do it with the cover.
Oh, with this cover,
Yeah.
'Cause
I
then
never
it's
thought
dry,
about
then
it.
baby stays dry.
Yeah, then it's easier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
What are the prices for all those different, I mean, what are the range?
I have a thing that I can give everybody, and it's baby awareness is price range, but you can go. I think these are the cheapest, right? So you go from pre-folds all the way to those all-in-ones and all-in-twos. But I can give you guys all that.
I just went like literally last week, and they have a half. What is that called? People sell back their things, so I actually bought
their backs.
a whole system. It was really inexpensive because I bought the used stuff because it looks really good.
Yeah.
Because like moms like her take good care of it. You know what I mean? And then they just sell it back when they're pulled, and it's really not that cheap, expensive. Baby awareness in Manoa.
I love baby awareness.
Hawaii Island, but I think there's a consignment.
Oh, the Sprout one closed, Hawaii Islands one.
Yeah.
But they had a system where you bought like 15 of those for like $300,
So I can share my cost for everything.
It was good. That's good.
I love the Bump Genius. You know that all-in-one, that first green one that I sent around? I love those ones. And those ones are like $22, I think, for one. But I bought 13 of those. Then I have 2 sets of these, so I think it ends up being 24 of these. And then I have about 6 to 8 covers. Different, the snaps and the Velcro ones. So like the owl one like that.
And that lasts you through the week?
That lasts, well, that for the past 2 years. And then I have, and these, my husband loved these ones, right? He loved these liners better than these. He said, oh, I got a foam and too much action. So he loved these flip inserts. It was just way too much action for him. He's like, oh, too much. Can we make this a little bit more doable for me? And I said, yeah. I said, you go to baby awareness and you choose you know, what you want, because I really like these because bamboo was breathable. This is breathable as well. But he's like, I'm gonna get that, you know, that one look like one rectangle. I said, okay, that's fine. So he went and bought about 14 of these. And the reason why we have that much is because my daughter went to my dad then. So after I went back to work, then they had to use, and then it piled up. You know, you gotta, you know, a couple of days worth, right? You gotta have so that they can use and not have to worry about washing. So that's how much I have. So I think in total I have like almost less than 40 diapers, and then everything costs about $600, $600 to $700.
And you don't have to ever buy diapers.
Never buy diapers ever again. And I'm gonna give you guys a cost breakdown too that you guys can see. Like, you buy say you're gonna spend $900. Disposable, you're gonna spend over $2,000 to $3,000 within the 2.5 years or 2 to 3 years, depending on how long your baby stays in or diapers, right? But $900 at the most to $3,000, you're saving choke money, plenty of money. But then when you're washing, so you gotta think of the energy costs. If you dry, energy costs, and if you line dry, then cheap, free, but just your manual labor. But still, even with that, maybe $1,500, because I have that cost analysis breakdown that I'll show you. So yeah, like it's still kind of no-brainer to me. But remember, disposable, you got that major convenience, right? So you're thinking, oh, I'm busy. Do I want convenience? Yeah. Okay, then you choose what you're gonna choose. But then there are options that can still make it convenient. Like I said, I'm busy. I don't like make my life hard. This didn't make my life harder. It didn't. It ended up just being my lifestyle. This is what we do. And then you get plenty, not that I'm looking for compliments, but a lot of people, when they see my kid in cloth diapers, they're like, oh, it's so cute. Because I like the cute ones, right? I buy the cute ones. Or, you know, like she don't have to have the panty covering because she get cute, you know, underwear on. And she, you know, I like that. People are like, oh, you're doing cloth. And I'm like, yeah, let's all do cloth. We can. We just gotta go back and think, oh, who did cloth diapering before everybody else for millions, or not millions, but like for plenty years, right? Everybody's doing elimination, excretion instead. They was just letting the kid go wherever before. But I'm telling you, cloth is way easier with the technology nowadays. It's super easy and super cool. Okay. Any questions on this stuff? Cloth diapering? We're good. So who's gonna cloth diaper? Who's thinking about it for reals? Yay! Do it! I mean, it's doable. Very, very doable. Oh, and I wanted to show you this cute stuff. This is just not part of cloth diapering, but it kind of is. So, you know, cloth diapering, your baby's bung is gonna be a lot bigger because of the cloth diapering is bigger, right? So when she was small, I bought these cute little things called baby legs. You still keep the baby's legs warm, but you can get to the diaper super fast. Because you don't have to take off pants and all that. And then you can buy cute kind, and it's super cute. But I wanted to share, this is my other tip, is I love baby legs. When we were in California at Disneyland, oh, this saved our life super much. Because we could just get to it right then and there, super fast. But yeah, baby legs. I love baby legs. Yes.
Did you get did you send your child to childcare?
My daughter goes to daycare.
And they did.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, same system. I said, this is all her diapers. This is the wet bag. This is how you throw it away. I encouraged her to throw it away, and I'm just really fortunate that she's my good friend that has a preschool daycare, you know, that she takes care of. And then she's like, oh, I never did cloth diapering, but okay, I'll do it. I just had to show her. So I showed her all the different things that she could get in her bag any given day. She knew how the system works, and then she's like, okay, I'm cool with it. She wasn't too cool when the baby was really making a big mess. She's like, oh, Chris, I cannot handle. I said, that's fine, just throw it in a plastic bag and just put it outside, and then let me know, you know, and then I'll grab it. Because it wasn't where it was ready to just flip out anymore, because she didn't have a diaper sprayer at her house. So she's like, oh, I don't have a diaper sprayer, I'm not going to touch doo-doo, and are you okay with that? And I said, yeah, just close it up in the diaper, close up the diaper and throw it in a plastic bag or in the wet bag, and I can take care of it at home. And that's totally fine, and she's cool with it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. But I am very, very fortunate that that's one of my really good friends.
That depends on the daycare. You gotta see their policy.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, because some daycares, they won't. Some, they just don't want to deal. And that's okay, but then you think, oh, do I want my kid to go there? If they're not going to be okay with that, then you got to make that choice too. But I am trying to advocate for more daycares to be, bring awareness to them, that it's not that hard, and that they should be encouraging our parents to go green and more natural and be more sustainable. So that's another place that I'm trying to look into, getting into the daycares to talk to them about and bring awareness to them that it's okay. Because we are that group of women that got to help make that shift in everybody's mind. Yeah, it's once we start going back, then we can all make that shift, and then everybody else got to just come. But only one person, yes, makes a difference. But if we can move all of us together and say, you know what, no, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna force people to make that shift to say, you know, we got to start accepting. Daycare has to accept because more people are doing cloth things. That's why I'm doing these classes, because I want people to make that shift. I want us to move as people to say, you know what, we want to go more natural. We want those alternatives, or we want our daycare providers to say it's okay instead of turning us away, and then you feel like, oh wow, I'm not supported. Because that's the hard thing, right? Cloth diapering is that you gotta have a team of people that's gonna support. Because if they don't believe in it, then you kind of feel like you're all out there on your own. But there's a lot of people there that really care. So you just gotta find where those people that support it. Okay, so here we go. We're ready for making your own baby food now. But I'm gonna make it where we can eat too. Okay, so here we go. Shift in my thinking now. Any questions though so far? We're good? Okay.
What about wipes?
Oh yeah, we talked about wipes.
Sorry.
No worries. So we made a wipe solution. It's in here, and I'll give you the recipe. But the wipe solution is made in here, made with coconut oil, water, and essential oils. And like I said, I use Viva paper towels, and this is like a regular wipes disposable box that I can take my stuff around and all that. Or I use a solution and I put it in like a spray bottle, and then we use washcloths. But yeah, like here, washcloths, easy, and then you can wash this too, yeah. But I can give everybody the recipe for that. Okay, let's get to cooking on Fasten. Let me just grab this. Oh, okay, not using that. Okay. So how many of you already have babies? Okay, and then those of you with babies, did you make your baby food? You did? Oh, good. Okay, so did you ever buy these jarred ones?
For the jar.
Yeah. Oh, for the jars so you can use. Sorry.
Buy enough so you can.
Yeah, and then you can just reuse, yeah. These things cost money. Like this is a summer vegetable dinner. So mixed vegetables is in it. This one is on clearance. I just bought it just so that you guys could see, but on clearance like 90 cents. Usually it's like $1, right? These ones are like almost $2, like $1.89, and it's only 6 ounces of food. The thing about this is 6 ounces when you can buy, this one is apples and cinnamon. You can buy 1 pound of apples for $1.89. 1 pound compared to 6 ounces, that's a big difference. That's in your money, the cost of things, right? So I'm gonna show you just a quick recipe on apples. And usually I like to put cinnamon. I'm all about teaching your kids and opening up your child's palates real early, because you might as well just teach them what food tastes like, but natural, in the most naturalist form first. So I do just like this one is gonna be like an apple.
Then you can freeze it.
And you can store it and freeze it, yeah. I have this really great thing from Tupperware that you use for freezing. So I'm gonna make like the applesauce, and then you just pour it all in, cover it, throw it in the freezer. Once it's frozen, then you pop it out, and then it'll be like these nice cubes. So 1 to 2 ounce cubes, I think pieces, 1 ounce cubes. Pop it out, and then it's ready for you to freeze and store. Yeah, super easy. You can do this. I did batch cooking, not anymore. I did batch cooking. Oh, I'm sorry. When you freeze it, you throw it in the small ones, like about 6 cubes. Then you throw it. Then you can stack like at least 4 bags in this one big one, and then it doesn't get freezer burn like that. But I forget what I was saying. Freezing, storing. Batch cooking. Sorry, thank you. So I do batch cooking. When I was making my own baby food, I would do big time batch cooking. Like in 2 hours on the weekend, I would make a whole bunch of baby food. I would chop up mixed vegetables, throw it in the oven. That would sit in the oven for 45 minutes. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna show you. This one is a kale and apples. Kale and apples recipe, kale and applesauce recipe. The cool thing about this kale and applesauce recipe is that you can also use it not only to feed baby, but you can use it to replace your oil or your eggs in your baking. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get some space up in here. Push this here. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get my kale started. Cutting board. So this is gonna be an apple and kale sauce recipe. So this one is for okay, kale, super awesome superfood, like good, plenty antioxidants and all that. So this one I'm showing you. Whenever I make baby food, I would always check all the leaves. You don't want it to be brown like this. So I kept some that I would pick out of like this whole bunch. You get a whole bag for $3.99. And then some is good, some don't look too good. Some that do look good, like this one, real nice, green, crispy looking. It's so easy. You just kind of like strip it off its stem and then throw this away. Like you see. Okay, so then you just get a couple and you strip it off. Just like that. And then you can go through it and be like, oh, I don't really like that brown piece. And that's it. Really simple to strip off kale. I like kale because it grows and it looks pretty in your yard. My girlfriend has it in her yard and it looks like big kale trees. It's really cute. So super easy, right? To just strip it real fast. Okay. So that's it. And then this one is like a brown one, like I said. Take those ones out if you can. This one is already done and prepped kale. And here's all different varieties of apples. The reason why I get different apples is because everywhere, like I was learning yesterday, everywhere your food comes from, the aina has its own nutrients. Yeah? So this is I chose all organic apples, and I'll give you another handout about which foods you should really consider buying organic and which you don't have to. Because cost too, right? Not everything gotta be bought organic, but there are some special foods, or there's like a list of Dirty Dozen, but they call it the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So the Dirty Dozen list of foods, those are the ones you really want to consider. If you're gonna buy it, you should buy organic because of the different chemicals and pesticides that goes into farming those, or those different fruits and vegetables. So these are all organic apples, bought them from different places. But like I said, different nutrients are in different soils. So that's why I like to get a whole bunch of different apples from all over, because then you get different nutrients, yeah, inside. So this is a different variety, some Fuji, some mountain, well not mountain, but let's go. Okay. Alright, so super simple, super fast, super easy. This It's gonna be my rubbish bucket. So you just can peel, not all, but most. I just like to fast peel stuff off. The reason why I like to peel my, or leave some skin on is because there's a lot of nutrients in there too. So I just peel some. Then I have this really cool implement, this tool is called an apple corer. I don't spend a lot of time in the cooking and all that. So when I gotta make fast for my kids, even when I make lunch for my daughter, she's like, "Oh mom, I want apple for my lunch." Okay. Look, how? And then the core you can just push through, and that's rubber. So the core and the skins, for me, whenever I'm sick or I'm like stuck with mucus and all that, apple skins are really good to help your congestion. It helps draw all the mucus. So I make a tea with the apple skins. You just throw apple skins in and just cover it with water, and then you bring it to a boil, then turn it off, and then let it sit and steep for a little bit, and then you can just drink the tea. And that's the apple skins is good for mucus. So even when my daughter, you know, or my kids are, they have mucus or they're all congested like that, then I'll make them some tea and they just drink it. My daughter loves it through her sippy cup. She's cool with it. She's like, "Mommy, yummy apples." I'm like, "Yeah, apple skin. Apple tea." She's like, "Oh, I want apple tea." Okay, drink the apple tea, Sister Donna. She loves apple tea.
Where did you get your apple core thing?
This one is Pampered Chef. My girlfriend was a Pampered Chef, the kind, consultant before. I had that like for years, 12 years. See, and then look, I love this too. It's like a Pampered Chef. Okay, so I'm just gonna dice it up, throw it in here. It's already cut up, you know, because it was cut, and so I'm just gonna throw it in. Just a fast chop. And then we'll blend it up and make it an applesauce. But like I said, I use this to replace oil in baking. It's nice. I'm gonna cover it with water. I'll be adding more apples in here. But you wanna cover it with water so that it'll start cooking, and it'll be done in about 25 minutes. So this oh, hello sister.
This is a question a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
Kind of related. Did you vaccinate your kids, or were you all natural?
That's a good one. Okay, so my girlfriend that I was pregnant with at the same time, we like to call her our resident hippie at work, and I love her to death. She's the one who encouraged me to do the whole natural stuff with cloth diapering and making our own baby food. She was awesome. She's like super duper awesome in like researching and all that. She put together like this whole spreadsheet for me. Well, for herself, and then she shared it with me. She's like, "Okay, Chris, this is gonna help you decide on your vaccinations." I said, "Okay." So she linked it, autism, linked to this, like this matrix, okay, this whole matrix that she, and then she listed all her resource books and all these websites and all that she did all this action. And I was like, "Okay, I trust you. I'm gonna talk to you about this." And what ended up happening is, I ended up doing like a modified schedule, a slight modified schedule, because my pediatrician was not okay. He was not okay with not vaccinating. He's like, "No, you gotta vaccinate your kid." Or if everybody in the whole world stop vaccinating their children, then all these things gonna start happening again. All these diseases could start happening again because nobody is immune to it. So it's like, okay, so because I love him, he was my first daughter's pediatrician. And I trust him too. He is a doctor for a reason. He went through his schooling and all that, and he was very strong at saying, "No, you gotta vaccinate." So the one thing that I chose not to vaccinate right away is that hepatitis B, right at the hospital. I was like, yeah, no. My kid is newborn. I mean, for me, like Filipino style, like my grandma said, you can go out for 30 days. So I listen. No, serious kind of my grandma, right? And you gotta wear long sleeve and long pants all day long, right? Okay, that's fine. And yeah, you gotta wrap them. You gotta wrap your ass. She'd tell me, wrap your ass. You gotta bind your ass and stay home all day long with your baby and just feed them. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll do that. But that whole vaccinating with right in the hospital, the hepatitis B, I said no.
You did the vitamin K then?
I did the vitamin K. I did do the vitamin K. Because that one, yeah, I did do that one. But the thing about the B is you gotta remember, because the thing is your doctor, if you don't know, your doctor might not be like on it with you and your kid's vaccination. So you as the responsible parent, you gotta be reminding the doctor like, okay, I didn't give her first hepatitis B shot. Can we schedule it? Because I still did want to. And it showed in the record that it wasn't given. You have to sign saying you're not gonna take this shot. Right in the hospital, you have to make the decision. So yeah, before you go and have all these things that you gotta decide right then and there, right after you just give birth, emotional and all this kind of stuff, know about your vaccinations, I would say, because they're gonna give you all these papers and say, just sign it, and they're gonna go take your baby and they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. And that's one of them was the vaccination, the hepatitis B, and I was like, oh man, no. So I knew that, and so because of my girlfriend, she's cool. So I decided not to do the B in the hospital, but afterwards I had to follow up with my doctor and say, oh, I gotta get it done. So I did.
How old did you have it done?
I think her next follow-up, the 3-month visit, I think I did it at. And then after that, I did, when it was the big one, you know when they do that one, I think it was at 12 months, when they do all those in one shot, like 6 things in one shot. And then they give you 3 that has like multiple things in one shot. So then you get 3 major shots all one day. I was like, no.
Oh.
I said no. I said we can give 1. I know I'm gonna expose my kid to having to get poked more often than instead of 1 time. But because I don't know which one she's gonna have a reaction to, I mean, how you gonna give a kid 18 different vaccinations on one day? And then what if something happened? How are you going to determine which one was the cause of whatever's? And because, and for me, the reason why, again, natural stuff, I'm super sensitive to any kind of drugs. I cannot even drink caffeine. Like, I get all wired and all jacked up. Like, at work, they're like making coffee. Oh, it smells so good. And if I'm going to drink any kind of caffeine, I got to do it before 12. So I can't have soda before 12 either. But I hardly drink soda. That don't really sit well with me. But yeah, caffeine jacks me up. So and my kids hopped up on sugar so easily, you know. I realized my 10-year-old, I'm like, dude, Sister, you just ate 1 piece of chocolate, or you just had 1 little thing of ice cream and she's bouncing off the walls. I'm like, oh, you're not gonna be able to drink caffeine either. I'm like, oh, I definitely know you're not gonna be able to drink caffeine. But that's okay, what you can do? Better. The only time I do drink caffeine outside of after 12 is when I have a headache, though. It actually helps me with getting rid of my headache. I don't know why, but it says, right, it kind of thins the blood. That's why, the caffeine. How did I end up talking about caffeine? Oh, because we're sensitive. I'm sensitive to all kinds of stuff. And so I thought my kid's going to be sensitive to all kinds of chemicals and any kind of stuff. So that's why the vaccinations, like, I did a modified schedule, but the thing about the modified, again, what I'm going to say is you got to follow up with your doctor yourself. You got to know what you said yes to and what you said no to. Because they'll have it in their records, but for you, you know, like me, the one that was going to be 3 shots in that one day, I was like, okay, I got to break this up into 3 doctor visits. So I went 1, then I had to schedule for the next and schedule for the next. So you got to do that. Your doctor is going to be like, oh, okay, you said no. So next visit, not gonna be for another 2 months, 3 months, 6-month visit, 9-month visit, 12-month visit. That's up to you. But you just gotta know if you're gonna decide to do the vaccinations, then in a different way, other than follow what your doctor says, then you gotta really be the advocate for your kid.
You have to find a good pediatrician that you relate, because
Yeah.
because if in the hospital, if you don't have a good pediatrician, then the hospital pediatrician is going to pressure you to do everything, or hepatitis B or whatever. So you have to be prepared, like just however you want to do it.
Where do you live?
I live here. Yeah.
What's your pediatrician?
We go to a homeopathic doctor. We didn't do any vaccinations for my 2-year-old or for this one yet. We're gonna.
You held off.
Yeah, we're holding off
Wow.
until they're a little older because of our research.
Yeah.
And what is that called? We had to fight 4 times in the hospital because they really push it.
That's how, and then that's not the time when you like be fighting, when you just gave birth and you like take your baby home.
So you just gotta make your decisions before, and then your partner has to be there to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suggest that like your partner go with baby wherever baby goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Once
what.
you make a birth plan and your
Yep.
birth plan, you say in writing, because that's considered a legal document.
Yeah.
When you present it before you deliver, that you don't want any vaccinations. And then you can do the discussion on which ones, or
Yeah.
if you do or you don't want it all later. Because once they take baby away, then you don't really.
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
have
sure your
to.
husband, and he'll be like, yeah, okay. You don't
Keep kidding. Go. It's true. Very, very true.
Their Kanye or whoever is with baby.
Yeah, because they say, some of them will say some really mean stuff, like some really stuff
They make you feel real bad. Yeah.
that make you feel bad. I mean, and if you are aware of it, it's easier for you when you're in it to be like, okay, make a decision, yeah.
But you
it,
remember that that's your KP, that,
Yeah.
that you're the McClure, and they can't proceed without your signature. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So her name is Wahine Kuhinapapa. Yeah, and there's actually a whole bunch of them. They have a North Shore office and a downtown office.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you are your kid's advocate, yeah. And you gonna, just like with the food, you are getting your baby ready to eat. You're gonna put processed foods inside their bodies, and we all trying to go away from processed foods, or you're gonna make your own wholesome baby food. That's your choice, right? What you're gonna do. But I'm telling you, it's super easy. It's not hard at all. So for this one, it's gonna cook a little bit. I'm gonna prep some other stuff. It's not working now. Papayas, avocado. I'm really fortunate I have avocado tree at my dad's house. So it's free. This is like one of the easiest foods to make for baby, avocado. And my daughter to this day loves avocado. And even papaya. Papaya is super easy to feed baby as well. Super fast. Just scoop it out, and I couldn't even have to show you guys. But papaya, grow it out in your backyard. I would suggest putting 2 papaya trees in your backyard because it's not going to fruit. Usually it won't fruit if it doesn't have to. Well, that's just my Filipino side. My dad tells me, hey, you got to have 2 trees. The reason why your neighbor, she no more fruit. Try ask her if she ever had fruit. And it's true. My neighbor was like, yeah, my papaya tree not fruiting. My dad told her, you got to put one more next to him and then got fruit. And then she did, and then it got fruit. So it's just a matter of, he was like, hey, go tell Lavina. I thought, what's wrong with your neighbor? I said, what do you mean? He goes, bro, she only had 1 papaya tree. She just making it for looks, or she like make fruit? And I said, oh, I don't know that. But yeah, his thing is you gotta have more than 1 tree next, within the vicinity, or it's not gonna fruit. It's funny. But yeah, so even avocado, only fast, just cut it up and then you can serve and eat. I made, this cauliflower. So I made this roasted cauliflower recipe too. It's just on a cookie sheet, I put foil. Like I said, I no more time, right? So for cleanup, no, I no more time for even wash. My husband does all the washing of the dishes, which is I'm really fortunate that he's really cool like that. But if I cook, I line everything with foil so I can just throw it away at the end, and then I don't have to wash the cookie sheet. But we start with the cauliflower recipe. You just start off with cauliflower. I cut it up. This is what it looks like, about 1 to 2 inches where you chop it down, and then you throw it on in a bowl like this. Throw it in with some olive oil and some garlic. From young, when your baby can eat cauliflower, I think it's like 10 months already. I fed her garlic. Yeah.
That's good.
Because then, no more salt. I don't cook with salt. For baby food, I don't cook with salt. So,
not even Hawaiian salt?
no. Not for baby, not in the beginning. For me, because I never like give her that one of that salt flavor. I just want her to learn what natural foods taste like, and then she can like just the natural food in its naturalist state, right? So, so the cauliflower, I just toss it with olive oil and chopped up garlic. And I just toss it all up. I lay it out on a cookie sheet. And I throw it in the oven for like 20 minutes. Roast it 20 minutes, 385, 395, depending on your oven. And it just gets like a nice white and brown. You'll see the garlic pieces kind of brown up and stuff. Okay. And then after that, then you can blend it into this mash. So I go feed you guys that. And then also I have beets. I don't know if you guys eat beets, but this is beets and kidney beans. So even for babies, they should be introduced to different proteins as well. So I did the beans as well. I did garbanzo beans. I did the white cannellini beans. Pinto beans. I did kidney beans. Kidney beans is really good for you too. Plenty different good things about it. And this is beets. So this is a pureed beet and kidney beans. And for me, I eat this as my, like for sandwiches. I throw it on a nice piece of bread, cheese, some beets, this beet and bean puree, and avocado, lettuce, tomatoes, sprouts. Oh, super yummy. And I'm not one vegetarian, I promise, I'm not. I love my food. So I'm not one vegetarian, but when I made this for my baby, it's like sweet, but it's still got the protein, got all the antioxidants, the anti-inflammatory properties. Roasted beets. With roasted beets, all you do is, same thing, line, not a cookie sheet, but you know those, what is those? The baking pans. The cake pans, I line it, and then with the beets, you just throw in beets. Where's my picture? Where's the beets? I have a little baby beet for you guys to show you. Okay, so this is a small one. Usually I get a medium-sized one. The way you choose beets is they're heavier than what they look. So if they look if they look real small but they're heavy, that's good. So I get usually the medium-sized beets. This one is a smaller one. I just want to show you with the root and all that. For me, I cook everything. I just throw this into the baking pan, and then I throw olive oil on it, and that's it. And I throw a lot of olive oil, and I just kind of mix it all, or kind of toss it in, and then I cover and I seal it really good so that the beets can steam within that baking pan and just get roasted inside, and then it gets all nice and soft and all that. But the reason why I put a lot of olive oil is because afterwards I keep the olive oil, the beet olive oil, and I use it for my salad dressing. Yummy, super yummy. But when you make this puree, cut off the root, cut off this part, it's a little softer, you cut that off, and then take off then you peel it underwater. You peel the beet underwater after it's roasted for like about 30 to 40 minutes. It's tender. Then the reason why I run it underwater is because I don't like be red, because your hands can turn all red and then stains. Yeah, so I just run it underwater so that the redness goes away, and then you just puree it really fast. Real fast, and then I add kidney beans inside, and it's really good. So here, that's this. Okay, and now I'm gonna just check my. Okay, so the apples is ready. All I did is just pierce it a little bit, and it's soft. So I'm gonna throw in this handful of kale in the last couple of minutes of cooking. And the reason is the kale is a little bit bitter, but because the apples are sweet, then it'll just balance it out. But the kale has so much nutrients in it, really vitamin packed in there. So that's good. And I think, just so that we can eat, I will open up this avocado. And I brought some Ritz crackers for you guys to taste the beets. The beet, make like a little beet salad, put some beets, and then that's roasted cauliflower that I pureed as well. That's super yummy. just slice them open. And then, la-da-da. I don't have a plate to put it in. Let me grab this one. Put the one. Alright, so let's see. You guys have any questions about making your own baby food? Should it be hard? It's really easy. Oh, I know what. I have a book about super baby food. I love this book. Super duper awesome book. Tells you how to, all different recipes, tells you an age of when you can, ages and stages of when you should feed baby and what you should feed baby. It tells you how to cook and prepare all these different kinds of vegetables, fruits, meats, all kinds of stuff. And then it tells you how to store everything. There's even, they talk about baby wipes in here too, like a wipe solution as well. Oh, rice cereal. I don't know if you guys, usually we start off with rice cereal. You can make your own rice cereal. You just grind up the rice, brown rice in a blender or a coffee grinder or whatever. And then you can just, like on stovetop, just stir it with water and then you make your own rice cereal. And it's like little porridge and you can make it as thin as you want or as thick as you want. Super easy. Okay. So I have plenty of stuff. If you guys are hungry or want to help yourself, I would be so open to you guys grinding. I really tried it. I want you guys to really try this roasted cauliflower. That's like one of my favorite recipes. But please help yourself. And then I'm going to spoon out some avocado and I'm going to make this apple sauce and salsa. Let me think, what else? You guys have any questions about what's going on today? I thank you guys very much for coming out and taking the time to listen and hear me out. I'm really excited that more people want to know about natural baby food and making your own wipes and options of cloth decorating. Super stoked because I'm really excited to know if people want to actually do it. Like when I was deciding to do the whole natural parenting thing, people are like, what? Why? And all these questions. And then now that I've been doing it, there isn't even a question for me on why already. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm doing this because it's good for me, it's good for my family. I made this choice. I have a really awesome husband that's so supportive of everything. So I'm like, oh, right on. Let's just tell everybody, tell the world. For real. Like I want to just share what I know from my own experiences because that's the only way people are going to know, right? And people are going to know. I want people to know that it's an option. And it's an awesome option. You have plenty of options. Just like with the vaccination. We have options. We should be the advocate for our families. We should be the healers. We can be, we can do all that for our families. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this up real fast before you guys come and grind food. But let me finish up this avocado. And then I'm so fortunate my dad is he grows all this stuff at his house because expensive, avocados is expensive. So I'm stoked. He gives me like right now I guess it's dropping like crazy. So he's like, oh here, no buying. I said, oh okay, right on. Okay. So avocado. Okay, this one is ready too. And then I'm gonna blend up this stuff. But let's do this on the first one. Okay. Oh, I should switch out the plug before I put stuff on. Plug. Okay.
We have to go get our haircut. We're gonna
Right on, jump. What did you
get the
come?
forms or something?
Oh yeah. I'm doing the 215 one.
Okay, so I can pick up all those.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you guys want to grab some food? Please try it. I would really like you guys to try it. But up to you.
I know.
But please try. It's easy for you, for baby. But go, everybody can go. I'm gonna make fast this time. Going fast. Okay. So this is just. I wasn't smart. Oh, you brought one spoon. Can you pass me a napkin over there? Thank you very much. Oh, you guys did your health screening? I thought you had to do health screening in order to get all that stuff done for free. No?
You get your money back if you do your health screening, or you can get a certificate for massage.
But don't you have to fast? You never have to fast for the health.
Yeah, you have to fast.
Yeah.
$6 or something.
Cannot when you're breastfeeding. You kind of.
You cannot fast.
They take your blood cholesterol.
They ask for you, you didn't have to.
You didn't have to.
I'm like, I can't pass it or not, and then they'll just tell you that your sugar levels might be
Oh.
because you never, or because you.
Yeah.
We're just so happy because we went at like 7, so yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just turn this up first time. Usually I add the water from this into that, but because I'm scared of can. Thank you very much, ladies. But come back. Come back. I will give you guys all the recipes and stuff. So please come up, help yourself to eat whatever, and I will ladle out some of these applesauce so you guys can also taste that. And then after I do that, then I'll put out all the different handouts